Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of the 2024 Discraft Big Rip Classic presented by Ledgestone. It is the second day here of this beautiful PDGA A-Tier coming to you from the Eagles Landing Course in Lumberton, Mississippi. Once again, Run Productions, happy to be bringing you this coverage. In the booth again, it is Felix and I am joined by
Conrad,
we saw a scorching start from Silas Schultz, 1085 rated round 1. Matteo trying to keep up, but we've got a couple of newcomers to the card to look at today as well.
Yes, we saw the course yesterday. We saw the additions to the course. All the players are familiar with it now. They have a game plan set up for everything. Let's see how they execute. First on the box, Silas Schultz. 1084 rated round 1. Like you said, scorching hot. The defending champion, Matteo, a 1034 rated round 1.
Yeah, Matteo coming in playing blind to the new changes here. We've got a newcomer, Alex Brister, 1034 rated round 1 as well. Finished 8th last year at the Big Rip. And Chad Sherbert, who made a couple of appearances last year, finished 2nd at this event. Always amongst the leaders at this event, so it'll be fun to see him tackling this course once again. We'll start things off here on hole 1, newly renovated hole 1, a little bit longer, a little bit more teeth to this one. Still a par 3, 379 feet. Most of these guys are going to be throwing backhand turnover, trying to avoid this one tree in the middle here that the drone is flying towards now, and getting to this new green, which has been pushed back quite a ways, adding some lower canopy and a little bit more difficulty at the end of this hole here to try to get your birdie look. Not an easy one to start. We didn't see any birdies round 1 from our card. Let's see if these guys can get it this time.
Yeah, looking at the stats here, it looks like this one was coming in as the second most difficult hole on the day, which is obviously not known to Silas. That's the best shot that we've seen.
Absolutely is. He threw the same disc in round 1 this time, made the correction, got it turning a little bit too early last time, but that time was picture perfect. Matteo going with that West Side Discs Hatchet, the Matteo edition. This one, it's that middle tree you need to avoid.
Doesn't put him in too much trouble, though. He's still kind of out in the open. Won't have to do too much scrambling, but I would have loved to see that finish.
Have not seen Alex Brister on the channel before, so happy to see what his game looks like here. This one, the lower line. Gonna get caught up early there on that left side.
Luckily the tree kept him out. It's not in the cabbage trying to pitch out.
Chad Sherbert back on coverage. Always has awesome outfits. Loving that shirt already. Loving this shot too. Just needs to get a little bit of slide. That's going to give him a look for the birdie.
I don't know. With the canopy there, he may not have it. That's perfectly parked for the old position. But it's be quite a tester there for the new one. Alex just pitching up inside the circle there.
Oh, he's running it all day. It's a birdie. Put it down. Put it down for the 2. Got it.
Well,
didn't get it.
Well, it had the potential. It did have the potential.
There's a lot going on there, like you said.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What is this?
Maddie doing the right thing there. You're supposed to get and establish your lie with making as minimal impact as you can on the stuff around you. Oh.
Okay.
We talked about this round 1 about how Matteo, at some point, if he had to, has every shot in the bag.
Yeah.
There you just saw a little chip putter roller.
Good thing he aimed for that one branch that took a lot of speed out, so he didn't end up further in there.
Good par there for Alex after hitting early on the left-hand side, able to scramble his way to the 3.
For a second, it looked like he was about to walk that in before it actually got into the basket. He can't do that if you're inside the circle now.
Silas with the birdie.
And Chad chipping in his par.
Only 13% birdies. 6 birdies on the day on hole 1.
All right, we're looking at hole 2 here. It is a par 3 coming in at 331. It looks like it's kind of a straight flight, but it actually is not. You want to bend this one slightly to the right and have it come back to the left. Not too high, not too low. If you can land right in between these 2 trees, you can get a little bump and run up the green to make a simple birdie. Again, you want to avoid the left and the right, not marked as OB, but more like a natural OB that if you go over there, it's going to cost you a stroke to get out.
At least.
Silas doing this flip up again. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, yesterday he was pin high. This one is just past the pin. Both of them great shots.
Yeah, same disc. A little more right side last time. Matteo needs to beat that last tree. Does not. That'll leave him a long C2 uphill bid there. Just need some slide. Oh, I thought he was past it.
Yeah, that didn't have any. That wasn't coming back to the right. I mean, to the left at all. And this may be too far right. Oh.
Yep. Gets kicked back out towards the fairway.
Which is fortunate because, again, you don't want to be off in the rough at all. Especially on the first part of the course here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Oh, that was a fun looking flight. Just an air bouncy. Yeah, air bounce, Anheuser uphill. Maddie.
Oh, tickled the chains.
Just left side. Maddie had a similar putt round 1, a little bit shorter that he can for the birdie this time. Got to settle for the par. This one on the way, a little short.
That's right. Close.
Yep.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking this isn't to be up on a hill that it's on. It's not as scary. That's a great bird by Big. I was about to call him Big Silas. We got a little sound in the card again by Silas. I guess because it's sandy, the rollaway potential is still there, but not as prevalent as on some of the other holes on the course.
Yeah, it seems to be stickier than a normal hillside green would be.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to the action. Thanks everybody for checking out this coverage here of this event. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you're digging this off-season content. We've got a lot more coming your way. We've got a lot more disc golf coming your way from this round too, and we're out here at hole 3, par 3, 313 feet. Drone taking you down the optimal route here, right-hand side, mid-range. A little bit of fade at the end here, coming past this last tree to get you a little bit of slide up to the pin and give yourself the look for the 2. One that I would expect these guys to all be attacking here. One of the kind of quote-unquote must-gets to start your round here.
Mm-hmm. That had to be a putter, but that right there was just perfectly placed.
Yes. Same disc he threw the day before. This is a pine from Matteo, pushing this right side again. Wow. Right towards you. There it is.
Didn't touch me.
Pink pine.
It's good. Okay.
Love that.
Nice little smooth stroke there.
Mm-hmm. Inside the last tree? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
4 great shots there. Lead card doing lead card things here on the on hole 3.
4 birdie putts coming up.
Maddie was almost at this exact same position yesterday.
Now he's a little further left with a little bit more stuff in his way. This right here is cleaner and easier to get.
Result is the same. Yeah. Birdie either way. Chad here looking to get his birdie. Looks to be about 22, maybe 25 feet. Got it.
I don't know why I find it so interesting that like he shoots everything from the hip. It's just obviously it works for him, and it's just interesting to watch.
Good birdie there, and Silas with this left to start. 3 for 3, and this man is possibly on another mission here. We saw him shoot the 13 down yesterday, and starting off 3 for 3 already.
All right, here we are at hole 4, par 3, coming in at 321 feet. You have 2 trees out here in the fairway that you need to navigate. Mostly you want to go split the difference between the 2 on a turnover, or either possibly go outside of the first one and outside the second one coming into the green. You do need to control your angle so that you land and slide it on the green and not cut roll either direction into the rough. Again, being in the rough on these beginning holes is a stroke in itself. There's no OB to mention.
Okay.
So a little further than he was yesterday, but still not quite all the way to the green.
Again, Matteo going with his Matteo hatchets. Hit the middle tree yesterday, hits the middle tree today.
Sometimes those trees just have your number.
Ooh, bending
That
it.
splits both of them, and he slides inside the circle there.
Nice shot. Alex looks to have a very controlled and smooth game off the tee. It's fun to watch so far. Not gonna turn, unfortunately. That's gonna be caught up in that left side. We'll see if he can still have a pitch out there. Matty looks like he has an out.
Well, it's Matty. Of course he has an out.
Let's see what he can do here. Looking for the high turnover.
Yep. That puts him at just inside the circle's edge.
Still got some work to do there. Okay, Chad is able to kind of step out here and get something towards the pin.
Yeah, he didn't go in deep. So he should be able to work his way to the green.
Got a little bit of slope to deal with here on this green as well. You can see it kind of pulls away, and that's going to drag your disc back over towards the left like it did there for Chad. Silas with a C2 look here to try to start 4 for 4 on the round. Just left it right.
Yep.
Matty to save the par.
There it is.
He knew it right away, doing the old MJ putt.
Michael Jordan playing golf? Or
Jordan, 23. Got it. Alex's putt is it's fun to watch from this angle because the disc disappears and then it comes firing out.
So it's almost like he's doing a Michael Jackson little hand move there.
Yeah, like you don't see it, and then there's just a projectile coming out from his body.
All right, at least Silas is keeping it clean here.
As we move on to our first par 4 of the day, hole 5 coming in at 455 feet. The right-hand side here is the Attackable side, you're going to see right-hand hyzers coming in, landing somewhere around this blue rock here, so it's kind of the preferred landing area. Left side kind of opens up the gap a little bit more as the drone is flying towards the middle here. Right side gets a little bit tighter, a few more trees to deal with. A little bit of a quick green here, pulling from left to right as well, so kind of pacing your control and your speed as you come in. Your angle also a must-watch here on your second shot, but if you don't get off the tee here, that's a moot point.
That will do. He kept that one straight for a long time. We'll let the disc work his way back over to left at the end.
Oh, early left there for Silas. That's going to be interesting to see if he can still scramble for the par there.
Mario shaving his way around that one tree and then getting a nice little rollout to the blue rock from the second tree.
That's going to finish perfectly where you want to be.
Yep.
It's funny because from the tee, it looks like it's almost 2 inside. Oh, but you see, that's actually the shape you need to really get to that left side landing area.
Mm-hmm.
Silas here just trying to get back into position here. That'll work just fine.
That's a good job. From there, he should still be able to attack the green.
This area here too, this is probably the most sand that you're going to see on the course. So your footing, a lot of these guys are doing standstills. From that distance you would expect so. But the footing can be a little bit tricky there because sometimes your feet can kind of sink into that sand as you're trying to do a standstill and cause you to pull it.
Sink and slide.
Yeah.
Mario hit one of the last guardians coming into the green. Push him just outside the circle, but still he'll have a clean look at it to clean it up.
Going outside in and gets clipped up on the left side. That's a difficult shot to try to attempt from that side.
Yeah.
Needs a disc to do a lot of different things in a short amount of time and space. Oh yeah. Good reaction.
Some local love there, right there.
Mm-hmm. Alex with
a little stepper. Kind of an unnecessary roll, but that should be fine. Silas having to deal with this tree in his way. Is he going to go through the gap? He does. Oh, and just a little low. Just a little low.
That's going to be his first birdie of the tournament. I'm sorry, bogey of the tournament. He's got a ton of birdies. Mario! With a nice jumper there just outside the circle. For the bird.
Mario keeping his round clean.
He's going to gain 2 strokes on the leader as well there.
And Alex is going to gain 1 stroke after that putt for par.
Yep. Nicely done.
And Chad showing us how to get the birdie.
And Silas, unfortunately, with the bogey.
All right, the second of the par 4s, hole number 6, coming in at 405 feet. The flight of the drone is the flight that you want your disc to take. It's a narrow hallway all the way down to the basket. There is not a fake, but a lesser fairway on the right side that you kind of want to avoid. If you end up over there, that's fine, but you don't want to end up over on the left having to scramble out of the rough. Okay. He took it
got
all the way
clean.
down. Yeah.
Tell me we could have took it there beforehand. I was busy.
That's a little low and
That's okay.
got a fortunate kick to the middle.
You just don't want to be, like you said, left side
That's it.
like that.
Yeah.
That spells trouble. This hole is short enough where you can afford a bad shot and still get a birdie. But a bad shot with a bad kick, I don't know.
Oh.
Whoa. That's... Oh, what? My goodness.
I'm like, he's going to be 100 feet off on the left, and it just comes rolling back out. Oh, man.
We see the pitch out there from Alex, which there's really not much more you can do from that position. Silas somehow
I'm
gets
expecting
kicked.
Silas to capitalize on that fortune that he just got.
He better, and he does.
And he does.
Dropping the tactic into the bullseye there. Chad, left
So we're going to
side.
see a bird from Silas, but if from the reaction of his disc on the drive, that is not what I would have expected the score to be.
No. Oh,
Oh.
Chad. Yanking it a little right. Yeah, best case scenario is going to be par.
Yeah.
And possibly bogey if you can't get out clean on the first attempt. That squeaks through
Yeah.
and is out of bounds. Not just kidding. Those posts are not out of bounds there.
He is still within the circle there. Chad with his pitch out. It's a tricky distance, especially when you have those poles in front of
I
you.
was just going to say, especially for an uphill putt being that close to those posts, they may present more of a challenge than you'd like.
Yeah. That's the distance you want to be right there where Matteo is. So Matteo and Silas both going to walk away with birds. It just Matteo's is a little bit more understandable from his drive, but I'm still in shock and awe from Silas.
Yeah, good putt there for Alex. Putting it home, Chad here. It looks like he's got a gap in between the posts to shoot through, and he banks it home. Hole 6 playing very favorably today. 45% of the field getting the birdie is on this one.
Oh, wow. It's like I still expect this hole to be harder than, or score more difficult than it actually does.
Yeah, the distance though, like we said, you can mess up a shot and still get a birdie there. Hole 7, not so much the case. This one a boomer, a new hole here altogether. Par 4, 682 feet. These guys are going to be throwing hyzers up the right side, finishing left somewhere just short of this hillside there to give them kind of a blind approach on the second shot. You want to hit this primary gap here in your second shot with the putter. Checking up just short of the basket here. OB long, OB left. That water comes into play pretty quickly.
Matteo putting a nice one out there.
Throwing that Dryv.
Yep. Oh, he's
Lot of
got
skip.
a long skip. Yeah.
He's going to have some options there. Because there is like a sneaky left-hand side gap you can take from down there.
Mm-hmm.
Silas getting a hold of one here.
Get a good skip and
Yeah.
yep, he'll be right there on the level ground. Yesterday he was off the hill. He still made do with it, but ideally you would like to be on the level ground. Better footing. Chad doesn't seem to be happy with that because I guess it's going over far to the left and kind of
A little further back than you'd like to be as well. Adds a little bit of more difficulty to an already difficult second shot.
yeah, makes the gap you want to hit a little further away.
Alex also pushing early left.
And about the same look as Chad is going to have. Well, luckily both of these players have seen the hole before. They saw it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good idea of what to do and where to go. And that right there is fine. Inside the circle, you have one tree to contend with when putting. Alex makes it through the gap as well.
Gonna be outside the circle there, but putting away from the danger.
Mm-hmm. Well, kind of. There's a B over there too. But
There is. It's just not as close as the OB left or the OB right of the basket. That looks okay for Silas. Gonna have one tree to contend with as well.
I'm looking at the green. I'm noticing that you have the two, again, the pine straw, which may give you some skip, and then you also have the sand, which, like that right there, got a whole lot more movement than the other ones coming in faster, but hitting the sand. So you don't quite know exactly your reaction that you're going to get.
Just a little left there.
Yep.
Silas for the bird, just a touch low. Getting the old bounce back off the cage. Chad, tricky gap here between two trees and just leaves it right side.
Just tickles the chains. So Alex going in with a par.
Just a couple of tap-ins left for the rest of the card to close it out here. Par there for Silas. Matty O with the birdie. He's going to gain another stroke back on Silas.
And stepping away from the rest of the players on the card. All right, hole 8, another one. Another new hole here. Want to give a shout out to the course sponsor, Disc and That. They were out here last year, out here supporting the course and the event this year. Hole 8 is the par 3 coming in 343. You want to take the flight of the drone, hopefully spiking into the green, sticking the green so that you can make this birdie putt. You do have to be conscious of the wind that is constantly coming off the lake from left to right. If Matty can just do a carbon copy of what he did yesterday, and close enough.
Almost.
Thank you.
If you look at that drive and say that's the worst of the two, I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
And Silas is in the same spot as he was yesterday as well. The backhand play, that one's coming in a little early, and yeah, it hits the tree, stays in bounds though. He's going to be putting from over close to the drop zone, but he actually will be putting for 2 and not 3. And Alex looks like that's cutting in a little early, and he's safe.
Looks like he spiked down behind the tree line there, so let's see if he's going to have any type of obstruction. He's got a gap here between the trees.
Yeah, but it looks like he opts for the layup, not to try to push the issue.
Long bid for Chad, and a good one just right side cage.
Yeah.
There you go, Silas. Silas missed this one yesterday. I think he was closer on the drive than he was today, but he did initially grab the wrong putter, so he had to go back and get the right putter, as he has recently switched putters.
Oh, that's what makes the difference. You got to switch putters.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But only on the holes that you miss. You keep the same putter on the hole that you made. I think that's the... Isn't that how it works?
Sure.
It won't be confusing at all.
TeamDiscraft.com, your ultimate destination for exclusive player-inspired releases, collaborations, and collections. Discover limited edition discs, apparel, and accessories you won't find anywhere else. TeamDiscraft.com brings you the gear you need for the ultimate fan shopping experience. Don't miss out on these one-of-a-kind items. Shop today and rep your favorite team.
All right, and we move on to hole 9, a par 4, newly redesigned hole 9. This is kind of a combination of 2 older holes on the course, kind of, sort of. Coming in at 756 feet, you see the OB stakes left and right here. Initially, these guys are going to throw a big hyzer on the right-hand side, crashing somewhere down here in the middle, and then either laying up just short of this embankment here or going across onto the island there, giving themselves a look for the birdie. You see OB flanking all around the basket as well. This is the adder for Matty O.
Ooh. Is that going to come back in time? It looked like it just did.
Just enough.
So not only does this hole have OB basically in play on every single shot, you also have the wind that you're thinking about, and
that is OB. On the hillside there. You're not going to get the rollaways off the hillside as often as you did last year. They've left this grass a little higher. So when it gets there, it kind of sticks, and that ends up just short of the out of bounds line, so he is safe.
See if Alice can look at some of these reads and make any type of correction here.
There is some wind coming off of that lake there on the left.
Yeah,
that's going to find the OB.
Didn't go out as far right as I would have expected. So yeah, he's found the OB as well. So 2 players in, 2 players out. And
Chad is going to lay up. Yes.
Yes. I was questioning it too. Maddie's not laying up though.
Maddie on the right-hand side, pushing that big old hyzer.
Down. Ooh.
A little sandy skip action there. Stays in the circle. Thanking Saban.
Alex going for it too.
Gotta sit. Does.
He's just outside the circle, but inbounds.
Getting a good speed check there off of that sand.
Well, see, his check, but Matty O's didn't. So, like, there's 2 different types of sand down there. Silas going with a nice spiking angle as well. And he didn't get the same kind of check, but he's still inside the circle there.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll have that left to try to save the par. Or is that for birdie? I don't remember if it went OB. Everybody went OB. I don't know.
He went OB in.
Him and Alex.
Him and Alex? Yeah, him and Alex. Chad didn't go. Okay.
Oh, just low. I'm trying to determine what the wind is doing by what his hair is doing, but it's hard to tell.
I can just see it moving. I don't know which way it's causing it to move.
Nice putt there for Matty. Putting it home for the birdie. Closing out a strong front 9 and bringing him to 13 down so far. And Silas with a good par save there after going out of bounds on the drive.
Yep, not wanting to give up any more strokes.
Oh, what a guy.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as we get to our 9. Silas is still up top. We have Josh pushing from one of the chase cards, and Silas Williams is also making a push from one of the chase cards down there. So a lot of action left on these last 9 holes.
Yeah, plenty of action still to come here. We've got 9 more holes left on moving day here before we close things out tomorrow. It's been a fun card to watch, and we got more action coming your way. Thanks so much for checking us out. Look us up on our socials at Ace Run Pro across the board, Instagram, X, and Facebook. And as always, a big thank you to our Ace Runners, our Patreon community, helping to bring coverage like this to you. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro to help support more off-season content like this. Thanks so much for checking out the action here, guys. We've got 9 more holes left from round 2. It's going to be a fun one. Make sure you head on back to check it out.